HMG,
the recognized symbol of excellence in sports entertainment.
HMG. Hami Media Group. This is your next level wrestling review. And this is NXT.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, and good night, ladies and gentlemen. This is your next level wrestling review. If you don't know who I am, ladies and gentlemen, I am the reporter, the people, the man with the plan, Big Ray, here to stay to talk some lucha libre. God damn it. Which is your Spanish lesson for wrestling today. Ladies and gentlemen, I am not alone. I am the least alone I have been in quite some time. I will introduce this young stud to my left here in a minute. But before I do that, ladies and gentlemen, he is the 25-time Xbox X Division champion, the Vet. He's a Rip Rogers guy. The Vet. Vet. Rip Rogers guy. Ladies and gentlemen, he has left the PlayStation gimmick, and he is now full-time Xbox. Full-time. 25-time. Ladies and gentlemen, he is a Rip Rogers guy. It's the Vet, Jamie Williams. The Vet, how are you, sir?
Good. Hey, did you see the Xbox that looks like Thor's hammer?
I did not.
Yeah. That'd be the only reason to get one.
What?
That was all fake news and false information. I will never leave the PlayStation family for Microsoft anything.
Vet, it's time. Ladies and gentlemen. Nah, it's too solemn. It's too solemn.
That's the outro.
We could do this. Now we have two songs playing at the same time. God damn it. God damn it.
Who's that laughing, Ray?
You're doing so well. Dad.
Shut up. Shut up.
Oh my God, who's that talking?
I don't know. Hold on.
I'm a stranger. Don't worry about it.
What's going on over here? Ladies and gentlemen, originally hailing from the Bronx, New York. It's true. So you were born there. Anyway. Ladies and gentlemen, he is the fruit of my loins. Future high school Hall of Famer. Starting next semester. And he will buy daddy a house. That's me. Ladies and gentlemen, this is my son. Making his pro wrestling podcast debut. I gotta be honest, he pretty much didn't pay attention to the show last night. Ladies and gentlemen, the one, the only, Aidan James Hernandez. Oh, holy shit. Aidan, don't look at me. Look at the thousands and thousands of people.
You mean the 10 people that are watching?
Shut up. It's not 10 people. It's not 10 people. So what's going on, guys? Aidan, how are you, buddy?
I'm fine.
All right,
Yes.
why don't you, every time you move, you get blurry. What's going on over here? I have to keep doing this.
No, the camera just doesn't like me. That's it.
Oh, I guess we're going to have to stay blurry the whole show. I don't know what to do. Maybe this will work. Let me try that. Hey, here you go. So, Vet.
Yeah.
This is my soon-to-be 4. Oh, by the way, Aidan, you'll be 14. How many more days? 1, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 more days, right?
Yeah.
All right. Are you pretty excited? Hey, Vet, I got Aidan one of those PlayStation 5s.
Wow, I knew nothing about this. This is all completely brand new. This must be very exciting.
You must have a lot of questions for Aidan, so shoot, go ahead, go.
Oh, yes. Well, first of all, I want to welcome Aidan officially to his first podcast. I know you said wrestling pies, but it's the first podcast because
he did the ridiculously random pies, the same shit.
I really don't think so. I don't think you can call that a podcast. I don't even know what you call it to this day. But Aidan, are you aware that I have a self-imposed ban from being on the Ridiculously Random podcast?
Oh, I'm not.
Okay, now having been a guest on the Ridiculously Random podcast, can you understand why no one would ever want to be on that show? You can be honest now. Don't look to him. You can be honest with me and the people.
I'll punch you right in the butt.
We are on your side, Aidan.
There is absolutely nothing wrong with the Ridiculously Random podcast.
Good job.
I am not being held at gunpoint to say this.
Shut up.
Okay. All right. I think the people at home have received the message, and you can blink twice if you need further assistance.
Hey.
I'm not doing anything.
Yeah. So, but anyway, welcome to a real podcast where you get to see a somewhat more professional side of your father.
I guess.
Because, this is not a no-nonsense show. This is a, reasonable amount of nonsense show. So we're going to have some fun. We're going to talk about some stuff. But it's not going to go off the rails like that other catastrophe that happens every Wednesday night at whatever time. Who cares? Who can be bothered to know?
It is a freaking fantastic show. By the way, tonight we'll be live on Aidan. You're going to be on the show too, right?
Maybe.
All right, we'll see. 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard. What do you mean maybe?
I mean, maybe.
Good man.
Anyway, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Ridiculously Random Podcast. We will talk about top 5 video game characters. Vet, I know you're not going to be on the show, so I just ask you, man, like who would you consider to be some of your favorite video game characters of all time?
Like the guy that does the thing with the stuff. I think he's a really good one. Iconic. Isn't that a little? Yeah, right. Isn't it good?
Really good one.
Isn't that like a little too close to other topics you've done? You've done like top 5 fighting video games. You did top 5 game shows and game show hosts.
Right.
This is like you're already completely out of ideas for this.
No.
Can we get like a little more diverse?
No, because video game characters, that's a big deal. There's this difference between you can have a good game without necessarily an iconic video game character.
That's true.
Right, Aidan?
There are plenty.
Like, what do you mean? Like, explain. Like, what are some of the games that you think are good games, but you don't have, like, totally iconic game characters? Dead Air is not good, Aidan. You have to do something. Just go, anything.
Tetris?
Wow. Well, the Tetramanos are famous, I guess.
They are,
what?
But
they have a
they're
fucking
not really
name?
characters.
Yeah, they have a name.
Wait, the Tetramanos?
The Tetramanos.
Are you serious? That's a freaking thing?
Mm-hmm.
How do I not know this?
Because you're old.
Oh shit! Don't touch me.
Now, Aidan, let me correct you there. The correct phrasing would be out of touch, because even young people can be out of touch. You can't put an age limit on that. So, out of touch is the correct phraseology for that one.
Okay.
I'm very happy with this situation.
I think it's going great. I think I may have a new co-host. I said May.
Come on, we're testing you out here, kid. When there's dead air, you got to jump in. You hit me with the microphone, whatever the hell you got to do. Is that right, Vet? He's learning how to fly.
Oh yeah,
Hey.
we call the whole thing in the ring.
With the microphone.
Well, don't do it literally. Like, say something. Don't do it. Stop it.
Yeah.
What is going on over here?
I don't know, man.
So seriously, like who's like your favorite? Like, give me like 2 of your favorite video game characters.
I don't know. Hey, you know who's cool is Kratos. Everybody loves Kratos, right?
Who's that, Aidan?
It's pretty good.
character from God of War. I don't know.
All right, so this is what we do. Let me explain something to you. When you have the microphone, you point it to your mouth, okay? Because you point at the vet, they can't hear him. Not in your nose. Oh my God, we're done.
Think of the microphone as like an ice cream cone that you're about to eat, but not quite. And that should just about get us there.
Aiden, what we do here.
Frank says Aiden is now wishing he had school today.
Is that a fact?
No.
Do you love hanging out with me?
Yes.
This is still a good show. This is not even ridiculously random territory yet. We're having a good little banter here.
Aiden, it's almost time, but you were saying something. So you said Kronos?
I'm just trying to think. I'm just trying to think of characters. I don't know. I didn't put that much effort into it.
You got Donkey Kong. You got freaking Super Mario. You got Pac-Man. You got freaking who else?
All great.
All the Ninja Turtles. By the way, the vet, he actually has a streaming channel at Opinion Haver everywhere. It's actually just at Opinion Haver, but he's everywhere at Opinion Haver. Anyway, and he's been streaming the new Ninja Turtle games.
Oh.
Game. You could talk to him and ask him.
What do you think about it overall?
Oh man, it's pretty good. You know, if you like those classic beat 'em up games, I think Ray would love it. I think 100% feel like that's something that would take him on a nostalgia trip. So you should check it out if he hasn't.
So how does it feel leaving Xbox? Leaving PlayStation 5 and coming to the Xbox family?
I wouldn't know. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Is there someone else in the room with me here?
Did you know he's a Rip Rogers guy?
All right, you know what, Ray?
Right,
I think it's about that time.
Acknowledge me. Acknowledge me. You're gonna acknowledge me. You there, sitting at home. Acknowledge me.
It is time. Aiden, what we do here is we acknowledge the chat. So the people that came in to join us to watch this show, there's gonna be more. See that says 12, but it's really 1,200.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yeah.
Yeah, sure, right? So veteran, on your end,
Yes.
who do you got here, buddy?
Yes, well, here's the thing. The Google algorithm is telling me that we only have 4 people? That can't be right. And that's why you can't trust Google when they say how many people there is. There's thousands and thousands of people they're leaving out. But here's who they're saying is here.
Okay.
I'll start with this.
All right.
Frank's Pickle Barrel Ass.
Yes.
Okay. Lab Rat.
Yes.
Lawrence Weaver. And Lizbeth. Now that's a 4 horsemen of chat if I've ever seen it. But let's go back.
Right.
Let's go back. Because we just had Jerome Hall just got kicked out of Google's algorithm, but he's here. I've seen him. He's here. And we've also had Bobo. We've had Kevin Mari.
Right.
We've had the real RBV. Rick Vickery was here.
What?
I'm sure he's still here.
No.
He didn't turn us off.
Fingers in a hole, guys. Fingers in a hole.
Dan
Oh,
Heffron.
wait.
Dan Heffron did say he can't stick around, and he hopes that we all had a safe and happy 4th, and he'll catch the show after work.
That's terrible.
Good man. Colin
Really?
Wysong.
Oh.
Yeah, he claimed to be first in the chat and wanted to be acknowledged. I don't see him here though. He's probably back to pizza making.
He doesn't care. He doesn't care. All he cares about is Colin.
Al Robinson, always lurking. You know, he's here. So yeah, that's what we got right about now. And then of course the thousands and thousands that just I don't know. Maybe they've done something to get on Google's naughty list. That's why they're not being shown in the algorithm.
Would you stop? This kid's pressing buttons and shit.
No, I'm not.
Yeah, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
This is a mistake, vet.
Well,
Oh, we got a-
that's all I got to acknowledge.
Bobo with a hot dog in a hole, in a donut hole.
Oh, we just got Media M5 in the house.
Oh, okay, I see him. And you said Jerome, right? Jerome's in the house.
Yes.
All right,
Jay
yeah.
Hall in the
So
house.
that's weird, dude. So when you do the list, I'm just curious. When you look at the list, what do you look at? You look at the YouTube gimmick, or?
It's a participants list.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you.
So it's what I can see as a participant because I'm watching just as a viewer. I have the chat up so I can see what they say.
Why don't I just give you the login to the StreamYard moving forward?
Why don't you not?
Yeah, I'll do that. That way you can sign in as an admin, and then you can just see everything.
I don't think that's necessary.
Yeah, but that's what it is. That's what we got to do here. Aidan, this is fucking exciting, isn't it?
Well, you can do that. I mean, you don't really need to do anything.
So I have a couple of things that I wanted to ask Aidan.
All right.
Aidan, you grew up a wrestling fan. As you know, Grandpa was a professional wrestler. And growing up, who would you say is your favorite wrestler?
Well, growing up, obviously it would be John Cena.
Oh, I can't hear you. You have to put the mic to your mouth.
Obviously, it would be John Cena.
Okay. You've become a little bit of a fan of AEW.
A little.
How have I failed you as a father? Well, like, what do you like about AEW? Like, what is it that like, if you had a choice between watching an AEW pay-per-view and a WWE pay-per-view, which one would you really genuinely choose?
The one that sucks less.
And which one is that?
I don't know. I haven't watched wrestling in like weeks until.
Jesus Christ, Fed, can you help me here?
Well, yeah. Well, maybe a better question would be, in any wrestling, at any point in your life, what do you look for as far as entertainment value? What is the reason that you turn it on and watch? Because everybody has different things that they're looking for. But what is your personal fascination with pro wrestling?
Honestly, I just want it to be like a good story, at least.
Okay. Well, then you should definitely quit watching wrestling forever and stay off watching wrestling.
Good characters, good story, and that's all.
Yeah, you will never get that in wrestling again. It's over. Those days you can question if they were ever there. Just concentrate more on like good shows on Netflix, Disney Plus, all that stuff. Like really try to get away from wrestling if you're looking for good stories and characters.
What are you doing? Yeah, what are you doing? Why are you turning my kid off to wrestling?
I'm not going to stop
because he just told me what he wants to see in it, and I'm just saying, oh, okay. Well, now that's the case, don't waste your time. There's none of that here. That's all I'm saying.
Time. That's not. I don't think that's fair to say.
Did he just say he hasn't watched wrestling in weeks up until now? Now, why do you think that is?
Well,
why is that, Aidan? Is it just coincidental you didn't watch it, or is it because everything sucks?
Second option.
There you go.
Do you really think everything sucks, though? Seriously?
Yeah.
Like, what sucks about wrestling?
Everything.
Aidan, talking to the mic, goddammit.
I am talking into the mic.
Oh.
Yeah, he sounds good.
Okay.
Ray, how are you going to defend wrestling? You come on here every day and put your head in your hands and say, like, I can't do this anymore, veteran. So like, what are you even arguing about?
First of all, why the hell would you stooge me off to the people?
They were here last week and the week before and the week before that. Hey, Ray, how's that match I asked you to watch?
I'm afraid I've got some bad news.
So I watched the entrance as Jay White was walking down to the aisle. Hey Aidan, you know who Jay White is?
No
one does. Anyway, so as he's walking down, right, I realized that a new season of the Orville just came out. So I started watching that. I forgot to watch the wrestling.
So you don't want to defend the business any further then?
Bro, listen, New Japan Pro Wrestling, it doesn't do anything for me.
You don't watch it.
I tried. I can't even watch it.
You didn't even try. You have no defense of the wrestling business here. It sucks. It just sucks. Watch something else. Everybody watch something else.
It has always sucked. Let me explain something to you guys. We look back fondly. Now, this is way before you were born, Aidan. We look back fondly at storylines where you have freaking women, old ladies that are 89-year-olds having hands, out of their vaginas. He already got to talk, so he knows what I'm talking about. What? You're right?
Yeah.
All right, just saying. Gimmicks like head cheese that were over.
Don't say that. Don't say over.
I'm just saying, though, people are telling you to suck it, and guys walking around with heads and little Tasmaniacs running around in wrestling ring, Sandmen smashing beers cans over their head. It was terrible. It was always terrible. And that's why we love wrestling. Wrestling is terrible. It's bad acting. 90% of the time, it's bad in-ring shit. Okay? But we love the larger-than-life characters. Now, the only thing I cannot defend is that most of the wrestlers right now, I would say, Aidan, I would say my son is bigger than half the wrestlers on the roster. You probably can't tell because he's actually sitting further back from me.
Yep.
This is Aidan. Man, sit up. It's a big fucking kid. I would take him over Adam Cole any day. Any day. You know, Aidan, do you know who Adam Cole is?
I think I do.
Damn it. No one does. Dude, we watch it because
because it's a blood disease and there's no cure, so we just have to keep watching it.
Yeah, but Aidan was born into the wrestling business. Kind of.
He seems to have been somewhat cured, or it seems like there's a reasonable path out for him.
But I'll have a better question for Aidan. Why did you stop being so passionate? Because he was, I mean, come on, you were super passionate about pro wrestling growing up. When did you say to yourself, you know, I'm not watching as much anymore? Like, what was it? Like, did you see your first boob, or was it like a gaming or a TV show or something like that turned you off to wrestling? And you said, all right, this is more interesting.
Honestly, as the years go on, writing has gotten worse and stuff. It's like anytime the superstars do something on their own, it's always better than when big man Vince just does it for them. Like, it's like Vince doesn't really know what the audience wants.
Is this what I'm telling you, or what you really feel?
What I really feel. This is how I feel.
So what you're saying is that you feel like there should be more ad-libbing in professional wrestling.
Yeah.
Well, there you go, son. There you go, vet.
So then AEW is where it's at, because those guys aren't heavily scripted. And
is that why that's why you can sit down and watch an AEW match? Or AEW show? Are you gonna play that stupid AEW video game?
Oh no. I just don't know. I'll watch reviews and then I'll decide.
He'll watch reviews and then he'll decide. Vet, can you tell Aidan how it was back when we were kids, when all we had to go on was the box art of the video game?
It's 2022. Please don't do this to me.
What are you saying? I'm just saying. Remember, Vet, where you would go to a gaming store? As a matter of fact, Vet, tell Aidan what we would do to pick out a great video game back in the day.
Yeah, well, it's exactly what you said. You kind of already said it. It was like whichever picture on the box looked the best, and then you would get the game home and then be like, oh my God, this doesn't look anything like that cool picture. They commissioned some genius to draw like this amazing, like, oil painting or whatever about, barbarians slaying dragons and stuff like that. And then you just get in there and it's a bunch of squares. Good old days.
Oh, the good old days. Remember E.T.?
I never actually played it, but I know all about it. So.
You never played E.T., dude?
You're talking about the Atari one, right?
Yes.
Yeah, I never played it, but
Aidan, did you ever get a chance to play it?
No, but I have seen what the game is.
All right, we're gonna talk.
Terrible.
We're gonna talk a lot more about that tonight on the Ridiculously Random Podcast. But
E.T. does not get to count as a video game character, so if anybody had him on their list, you better think of another number.
E.T. is absolutely a video game character. All right, so let's jump into this real quick. Speaking of AEW, so listen, more and more we're hearing about this whole Tony Khan gimmick. We're seeing Tony Khan hugging wrestlers, touching them on the penis and stuff like that. This comes from alleged. This is from wrasslin.com. Is Tony Khan open to an AEW versus WWE Super Show? Now, let me read this verbatim here. This is again wrasslin.com, courtesy of them. Could WWE and AEW, the two biggest promotions in the modern wrestling industry, ever team up for a joint show? According to AEW president Tony Khan, it's not outside of the realm of possibility. Now, this is what Tony Khan says. I'm not sure it's going to happen. Is that over, Aidan?
A little.
That's a good Tony Khan, right? Shit, damn right it is. Anyway, but he says I will be open to talking about what kind of thing. Anyway, the reason I'm bringing the story up to you
We're
guys,
just gonna gloss over what he said.
he says, all right, I'm not sure that it's going to happen, but I would be open to talking about what kind of thing. This is verbatim what he says. Concept. What does that fucking mean? That is what he said. He
To
says,
what kind of thing? And then it ends?
yeah,
That doesn't make sense.
That's the quote. Then Khan said during his appearance on Ringer's The Masked Man show, and then he continues, it's not crazy, but it's a bold prediction, sir. What the hell is he saying here? Am I reading this right?
It doesn't make sense. It's like it just cuts off and doesn't finish the sentence.
That they're quoting him here.
I guess I'm gonna blame Wrestling Inc. on that one.
Despite the clear rivalry between the two companies, it is not unreasonable. It is not an unreasonable question to ask, considering AEW is coming off the forbidden back door, a recent collaboration with New Japan Pro Wrestling, and some of the storylines could write themselves. Khan already has his share of former WWE talent. Later in the episode, all right, so let me see what else is here. All right, so he keeps going on up talking about Brian Cage. I mean, what do you call it? Christian Cage and Adam Cole and all these other guys. Here's the question I have for you, Vet, and I have this question for you as well, Aidan. Okay, are you comfortable there, sir? You sure? Would you like it? Would you like a sparkling water?
I only drink regular.
Did you get where's your bottle of water? Why would it be all the way down there, sir?
I don't know.
Ray,
What?
focus.
My question to you is, I'm going to ask Vet and I'm going to ask Aidan.
You said that already.
Just ask it. Just
How could you make a show between AEW and WWE actually work? Could it work? That's the question.
Oh. How can you? There's a lot of ways. Will it work or could it work? Yes, of course it could work. The whole thing is, we know they're not going to do it because we see the level of creativity that both of them have. And we see the level of pettiness and egos that both of the companies have exhibited. So it's not going to happen. But, of course, with just a little bit of thought and effort, you could make something out of this. It's the easiest thing in the world. Obviously, it's not easy for Tony because he just fucked up a co-promotion, right? That we just saw the other week. So that could have been way better than it was, but it wasn't. It was all right, but it wasn't what I would call good. Certainly not creative.
I'm sorry to say, but they kind of made New Japan look like shit on that pay-per-view. I think that's fair to say, right?
Oh, it's very fair, but they didn't look so great either. Like the whole thing didn't look great. My point is, just to answer the question, yes, if you're just taking like in a vacuum, could it possibly happen and could it possibly work and could it be good? Of course it could. All you need is just a little bit of effort and a little bit of thought, but we're not going to get that. They can't even get their own companies over. You think they're going to be able to agree on what they should do, like in terms of who should go over and things like that? Of course not.
Aidan, let me ask you a question, buddy. Would you be excited to see an AEW WWE cross promotion? And if so, what two people would you like to see in a match from AEW and WWE?
it would be interesting. I don't think it's gonna happen anytime soon, honestly, but it would be interesting. And two people I would like to see.
Right, you got guys like Kenny Omega. You got guys like Roman Reigns. I'm just throwing names out there. Hangman Adam Page. One of your favorites, Luchasaurus.
New heel Luchasaurus.
Yeah, did you know Luchasaurus turned bad? He turned on Jungle Boy. How do you feel about that?
Okay.
Christian Cage wants to sleep with Jungle Boy's mom. You cool with that? That's literally a wrestling story. Anyway,
okay.
So two wrestlers that you would like to see: AEW versus WWE.
Honestly, I would be fine with anything. I don't have any personal dream matches.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is the youth of today. They don't give a shit.
Well, it's wrestling, so I don't blame them.
Yeah, I don't blame them either.
All right, what else we got in the news?
So Aidan, do you know who Shotzi Blackheart is? No one does. This is the vet's favorite wrestler. You think she's pretty? Be honest. She's all right.
All right.
Yeah. What? I can't hear you.
All right.
Okay. Shotzi Blackheart had a memorable NXT stint. Anyway, did you watch the pay-per-view this week, Vet?
Yes.
I don't have to read this. Did you watch the match with the ladies, the ladders match?
Oh, yes.
Aidan, did you watch this? Did you watch the Money in the Bank pay-per-view this week?
Wait. No.
You did not. You got to talk into the mic, buddy.
I did not watch the Money in the Bank.
Well, Aidan James, there was a stellar match where this young lady, let me show you her face again, Aidan. See her? This young lady fucked up a whole bunch. Like really bad.
Oh, no, I want to see it.
Oh, yeah, me. I know. Veteran. She was blasted so terribly on social media. She deactivated her Twitter account.
That's amazing.
Veteran, what do you think? People were rallying behind her. The fans, the same ones that told her to go kill herself.
No, they weren't the same ones.
Well, you don't think so?
Wait, they told her to go kill herself, then they rallied behind her? Come on.
That's what these fans do, bro.
I don't know if they do. Well, I was just kidding. Notice me, Shotzi.
Yeah. You know? Vet, so first and foremost, let's talk about that match. And you being a veteran of the business, that's why we call him the vet.
Many ladder matches, yes. Many six-person ladder matches, yes.
Money in the Bank, greater than Forbidden Door, says Jinder Mahal. By the way, Lawrence Weaver's jumped in as well. Why don't you just briefly review that match and tell me what went wrong with Shotzi? And also, I just have a quick question for you, Vet. Was I right that she's the shits?
Well, you were never wrong about that. No one ever really disputed that.
Well, you kind of did a little bit.
No, I just said, I mean, there's been a lot of people over the years that the Ultimate Warrior, you know, like
comb your beard.
So match was bad. She tried to run up the ladder and she slipped. She had a singles match with the ladder at one point, trying to set it up.
It's true. Wait,
really?
Yeah, it was great.
Yeah.
Talk to him. He's right there.
Yeah,
Are you being serious?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Wait. I have a question. I have a question. How serious are you? Are you this serious?
No, I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Are you this serious?
And we serious like a late period.
What does that mean?
Don't worry about it.
Well, I have a different, I guess, take on it than a lot of the fans do, because it just sucks whenever that happens to anybody, regardless if it's Shotzi or anybody else. I mean, there's been a lot of spectacular, ladder matches over the years. Not that it's my real cup of tea as far as a match, but can you imagine if one of those times, like the Shelton Benjamin ran up the ladder, he would have slipped and fell? Like, he didn't, but what if he did? He could have. It's not like they practice these things, right? I mean, they may do a couple of things to see if they can actually do it. And maybe Shotzi ran up the ladder a few times and did it fine and thought she could do it, and it just didn't happen at game time.
Do you think the fans were right to really get at her on social media for basically having an awful match on a big stage? Money in the Bank is a relatively big pay-per-view.
Right. Well, I mean, they know. I mean, by they, I mean the WWE. I mean, they know what they have by now. Like, it's not like it's been a secret. They've been watching her this whole time. They know what she's capable of and not capable of. So, I don't really put the blame squarely on her shoulders, but let's put it this way. Did the fans, are they right? No. Should the fans ever care enough to get on a social media and blast somebody for something? Should anything be that serious? No.
The real RBV says, Rick Vickery says, Shotzi was known for selling her shit privately online. Now she's giving it away for free on the cock.
Amazing info.
That is that.
We all need to know that.
So anyway, it's no secret that Twitter's a cesspool. But I'm pretty sure she's back on there. So I don't know if she just deactivated it for the short period of time, but
why don't we find out?
She's been tweeting since then.
Has she?
And I thought part of your story was going to be like the big post that she put up in response to whatever.
Oh no, tell me about it. I don't know about that. I'm gonna look her up right now.
Yeah, well, that's not that big of a deal.
He spells Shotzi.
She basically, it's not in the article you're looking at. Yeah. She basically told everybody to go fuck themselves.
No,
and rightly so.
Shotzi. That's what I see what she did there. Shotzi. Let me see. Blackheart. Okay, let's see if she's up. No. She's gone. She's still gone from Twitter.
Okay.
What is this? She was selling pictures of herself? Yeah, oh wait. Oh no, wait. Yeah. Just so you know, ladies and gentlemen, I'm just gonna share this up real quickly. I did look for Shotzi, and this is what we got.
She must have deactivated it since.
So what do you think, bro?
About what? I already said what I thought.
No, I'm saying about the fact that, like, do you think a professional wrestler, somebody who's a professional, should allow like Ben always says, and this is, I'll tell you this too, Aidan. Like, whenever people are going at you on social media, or whenever you need a break on social media, instead of deleting your account, isn't it better to just delete the app?
What's
possibly?
What's the difference?
Well, the difference is if you delete the app, you still have your content. You still keep your account. You just won't see the harassment. And I would say this: people will usually they'll go at you for like a day, maybe 2 days, maybe 3 days, maybe a week. But after that, people get tired. There's this dude, I'm not gonna mention his name, but he's a friend of ours on Facebook, also on Hami Media Group. He's just a friend of ours in general. He's come on this show a few times as well, and somebody had made a YouTube channel, and it was just like pictures of him, like his face superimposed over like terrible things. They were making fun of him, and the channel was dedicated just to bash him. And then that channel will get taken down, and then another channel will come up. And I told the kid, I said, listen, bro, just ignore it. Don't go onto the page. You know how we get that itch that you have to go back and see, what the person said to you? Like, let me ask you a question, Aidan. You're a kid in high school, or you're going to you start high school. You're a high school kid now. So what is it about social media that makes you need to find out what people, do you see, Aidan's a little different. Do you give a shit about what anybody says about you on social media? Like, if they say anything negative? And if so, like, how does it affect you personally?
Not on social media.
Why not?
Well, I mean, what is he gonna do?
What do you mean? Be more specific. Like expound.
How do I say this? Okay, they're telling you stuff. You don't like it. They can't really do anything else because it's on social media. So
talking to the mic, I can't hear you. They can't do what?
They can't really do anything else because it's on social media. They can't put their hand through the screen and start choking you to death or stuff like that. It's just words on a screen. Thank you.
Now, all this keeping in mind that if I don't reply promptly to a text from Ray, then he might cry.
That's different. There's a difference between,
because he already goes to a place in his mind where he's hurt emotionally before he even knows what happened on my end. So
first and foremost,
so that's even worse because the words on the screen are there attacking you, saying bad things about you. I haven't said anything, and you're already
but I don't have a personal a friendship or relationship with a swing banger 453 on Twitter
that you know of. Well, anyway, what does Terry Reynolds always say?
Don't sell it.
Right.
What was the story you were going to talk about? You said you had something that you wanted to bring up, Bet?
No, I didn't.
Yeah, you sure fucking did.
I said I thought you were going to bring up the response, but if you don't have it, I don't care.
No, not with Shotzi. Didn't he say he had another story he was going to talk about? Or am I crazy?
Pretty sure I didn't.
I don't think.
I swear to God, Aiden, if I have to tape that microphone to your mouth, dude.
I don't think so.
All right, you're not that close. All right, fine. There's really nothing wrestling related going on. No real wrestling stories. I mean, I can click on the cage side seat gimmick. Let me see what do we got here. No, nothing really good. Oh. Fed, how was your week?
It's good.
Have any questions for Aiden as a wrestling fan before I jump into?
Well, he answered the main one.
Mm-hmm. I'm just looking something up.
I think we've all collectively decided that we should probably give up wrestling altogether.
Could you ever give up wrestling?
No. He already has. No. He's already halfway there. When I was about that age, that's kind of when I I got into wrestling. Because I think everybody has that period where they kind of want to dip out for a minute, where maybe for any reason you might think you outgrew it, or there may just not be anything going on at the time that's really interesting. So you just kind of take a break, and then something usually pulls us back, and then we get back into it. So that may happen. But, maybe this is just that period right now for Aiden where it's not that great, and I can concentrate on other things right now that are far more important and are far greater use of my time.
I have a question for Aiden. Aiden, do you know who Tanahashi is?
No.
No one does.
Okay.
Actually, Tanahashi is the New Japan Pro Wrestling John Cena. It's this guy right here. See that guy? Is he a relatively handsome man?
Okay.
He's a freaking great worker. This guy's great. I love Tanahashi. I think actually Tanahashi's great. Hey, Vet, what wrestler on AEW do you think Tanahashi says that he feels would get the biggest pop reaction and be super popular if he went to New Japan Pro Wrestling? I'll narrow it down. He's what you call an AEW original.
AEW original?
I think I left soap in my cup, so the coffee has kind of like a minty flavor.
Yeah, you really got to wash these things out carefully.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Shit, AEW original? I have no idea now.
Tanahashi believes Orange Cassidy would get a huge pop in the Tokyo Dome. Why do you think that? Why do you think that you think he's right, or?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think Tanahashi? You don't think the great Tanahashi is right about this guy?
Not really. I don't know why he would say that. There's a couple of comedy wrestlers in New Japan, and I mean, people like them, but they don't get what I would call huge pops. So I don't see how Orange Cassidy could.
I could see it. How do you feel about the Street Profits breaking up? You think this kid, what's his name, Angelo Dawkins, which is the smaller guy, Montez Ford?
Yeah. He's the guy that started getting on the gas as soon as The Rock said he should be a main eventer one day.
You noticed that?
Of course.
Aiden, you know this guy, right?
Yeah.
The Street Profits? Yeah. Out of the two guys, who do you think is the biggest star? You think this guy or the other guy? That guy? They can't hear that. This is a podcast. Jesus Christ. I gotta train. I gotta do some podcasting 101 with this kid.
Did they break up or something?
I don't know. There's talk about them. I think they're gonna break up, and then finally, this kid's gonna get his run. Do you think he has it? You think he has that it factor? I think he does.
Yeah, he does. But he's committed to the Street Profits, so we kind of just still think of him as a tag team guy. I'll tell you this: if they break up the Street Profits, Dawkins is gonna get released. 1,000%. Because he's a guy that was in NXT floundering. That was trying a bunch of different stuff before Ford came along and basically saved his career. Kind of like, dude, I think him and, I think Dawkins and Ty Dillinger, before Ty Dillinger was doing the Perfect 10, I think they just slapped those two guys together because they were two guys that weren't doing jack shit. And they were like, I don't know, try this. You're a tag team now. And yeah, there's no use for an Angelo Dawkins. Sorry.
Yeah, unfortunately, it's there's a couple of tag teams like not for nothing. Now that the dinosaur has turned heel, do you think there's room for Jungle Boy in AEW? He's going to be gone.
I think they would. I don't think they'll give up on him because he's Luke Perry's son. So,
yeah. Tyson Fury.
If he wasn't, he'd be out.
No kidding. Tyson Fury's reportedly in talks with WWE for return. Did you like his match? Who did he fight? Baron Corbin? Was that who it was at WrestleMania?
Oh, I thought you were going to say
who did he fight?
Deontay Wilder.
No, I'm talking about.
I liked his match with Wilder. Yeah, it was a good pro wrestling match. Yeah.
Stop it. Would you like to see Tyson Fury back in the WWE ring?
Sure, why not?
There are multiple updates. By the way, guys, here's a quick update on Big E's injury, and we're going to run this down really quickly. It's been a little over a week since Big E revealed that he could perform certain movements, and he removed his neck brace. So hopefully, God willing, he'll be back in the wrestling ring sooner or later. He says,
how about later? How about way later?
You're not a fan? Aidan, are you a fan of Big E?
Yeah.
No, I'm. You don't. After you break your neck, you don't need to have matches. Like that's not Big E's only use. You know what I mean? He's not like a racehorse. You got to run into the ground. So you got to take him out beyond the barn.
I respect that. On his Twitter, he says, "Update: My C1 isn't ossifying. What does that mean, Bet?
Well, it says forming bone in parentheses. So perhaps if you would just.
Oh. The current plan is to get more scans. Okay, so maybe he's not coming back anytime soon. Well, I guess we're not going to get Big E for a while then.
Good. No hurry. Please take your time.
Do you think Tammy Lynn Stitch is going to jail for good, finally?
It's the only thing that can stop her.
That is the only thing that can stop her. Listen, there's not much wrestling news. Aidan, you ready to review this damn show?
Yeah.
How ready are you?
Yeah.
Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for NXT 2.0's Great American Bash. It is NXT 2.0. Oh. You like that? How cool was that, right?
No.
Oh,
That was terrible.
all right. This took place live July 5th, Tuesday night, 2022. 4 big championship matches. Headlined by the NXT championship match between Braun Breaker and Mr. To the Moon. And veteran, we kicked this show off. Now, Vet, this is the way I'm going to do it. Okay?
Okay.
I'm going to talk about the matches, and I guess you and Aidan can go back and forth reviewing it. Is that fair? That way I talk less.
Well, do you want me to run down the show instead?
God damn it. Sure, that's fine. I like the way you do it.
I run a tight ship.
He does run a tight ship.
Well, the first thing I want to say to you guys is, as usual, I woke myself up at 8:15 p.m.
Oof.
Not wanting to watch this and being ready to hate it.
Mm-hmm.
However, as the night went on, I found myself constantly impressed throughout the show with certain amounts of things. Not everything. In fact, there were some very disappointing things that I would have otherwise looked at as highlights, but we'll get to all that.
There was stuff.
Yeah, but what would you first Aidan and then Ray. Aidan, what was your overall impression of the show if you had to sum it up, your feelings on it? Very, very accurate. Now, Ray, what would you compared, seeing as how you see this every week, and this is kind of like a big show, I guess, like a free for view type deal,
Right. A premium, whatever they
not
call
a premium
it
live event, a free live event.
free live event.
A basic live event, I guess. Yeah, what did you think?
It was good. I thought it was a really solid show. There were things that happened in the show that I didn't think would happen. There were things that happened that I knew would happen, and I was pleasantly pleased on how it was booked that it happened. Does that make sense?
Yes, I think so.
It was overall good. The worst match of the night, I'll just say right now, coming straight off the top, I think was the opening match. I wasn't a fan of the Cora Jade match, and we'll talk about why. Aidan, do you know who Cora Jade is?
No.
Nobody does. So, all in all, if I'm going to give this, I mean, we usually do this at the end of the show, but if I'm going to give this now, here's the caveat here, all right? For an NXT show, not for a wrestling event, okay? For an NXT show, if I gave this a grade, it's going to be a B.
Yeah.
I think it's a solid B for an NXT show.
Well, compared to every other week, what would you say is an average grade for any other week that we've been watching for the past several months?
Probably about a D.
Right.
A solid D.
C minus at best.
At best.
Randomly.
Yeah, ridiculously and random. Aidan?
No, just normally randomly.
Not a good joke.
Yeah. Nobody hears you.
All right. So we're going to start off with a pool party. Guys, we have a pool party. You know, it's the 4th of July, sort of late, but still got barbecues and pools and all these gimmicks running around with stuff and everything. So this is kind of the goofiness of NXT on full display here. Did you think this was an appropriate way to start off the show, Aidan?
Meh.
No,
Okay.
Don't do that. No, don't do that. Do you know what we're talking about? What are you looking at me? Look at the camera. Do you know who we're talking about? The opening of the show. Did you watch the show, Aidan?
I didn't watch the opening.
So just say you didn't watch the opening.
Yeah, that's all right. There's no shame in that.
Oh
I'm
my
actually
God.
proud
Nobody
of you.
watched the opening of the show.
Well, I watched it.
I watched it too, unfortunately.
Yeah. Well, did you see anything at the pool party that made you feel like you wanted to be there, Ray? That you were missing out on this pool party?
The chicks in the pool, the gimmicks all over the place. That was hot.
Yeah.
That was hot. So,
Yeah.
I guess. Listen,
was Fallon Henley barbecuing?
yes, she was.
Okay.
She's my favorite. Don't tell Jen.
Okay.
Okay.
She'll never watch this.
No, she'll never watch this.
Nobody does.
Aidan's texting Jennifer right now. Do not.
All right.
Do not call her. Hello. Hang up the phone. Go ahead. I'm gonna hit you.
All right. So let's talk about that. Let's jump right into that opening match that you talked about. It's the Besties versus Toxic Attraction for the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships. Except they didn't do like the title intros for this match. Did you notice that?
Yeah, straight in the ring.
Yeah, they just was like, yeah, just who cares? Just have a match. Okay.
Start them off in the ring.
So so if you saw the Impact attack this past couple days ago,
Nobody did.
you would have heard me go into a long explanation about the psychology of tag team wrestling and what the normal match layout is versus what they were doing in some specific match at Against All Odds, where I broke all that down. You can go channelattitude.com, Impact Attack, VBC.
It's
You
not
can
up
hear me
yet.
break down that. In this, the psychology, it was almost as if these women had all listened to the Impact Attack intently and were like, okay, Vet says this, okay, got it. And then they put their match together based almost entirely on what I said. I'm not saying they did that, but it seems like something that could have feasibly happened based on what I saw with my own two eyes in this match. It was basically the heels getting a bunch of heat and the baby faces just getting a little bit of shine until at the very end they pulled it out and we have new tag team champions. Now, Ray, you said you wanted to say this was the worst match on the show, but before you get to that, I just have one question for you.
Yeah.
Who is this woman and what has she done with the real Cora Jade? Because this person that showed up looked like she'd been in a ring before in her life.
No, I disagree.
Really?
No, not really. Honestly, I thought Cora Jade and Roxanne were great. And I thought Cora Jade was really, really good. Who disappointed me was Gigi Dolan and JC Jane, who looked like they'd only been wrestling for a couple of weeks in this match. It was they were very sloppy. And it leads me to believe something. You know how some people believe in the hype? Now Aiden, in some wrestlers, I don't know about the vet, but some wrestlers, what happens is when they find out they're going to lose the title, they wrestle like it. So what do you think? You don't understand what I'm saying to you there? Like when I come to you, right, and I say, hey, Aiden, you're going to defend your championship tonight, and you're going to lose your title. Get a little down. Get a little sad.
Yeah.
They get a little frustrated.
The boo-boo face.
The boo-boo face. They wrestled a boo-boo face match. The Gigi Dolan and Jason J, and that's what I got out of this. Cora Jade and Roxanne Perez did a phenomenal job, and they look like a tag team. They really wrestled a solid pace. Roxanne is so good. She's so damn good. Pop rocks. It's a good move. It's a move that she could pretty much do on anybody, and it's believable. You know what I'm saying? It's a sunset flip, but it's almost like a sunset flip into a power bomb. Boom. I thought it was a great match. So what was it with you that stuck out negatively during this match, if at all, Vet?
Negatively, not much. We've seen week after week after week of NXT opening up with a tag match where the people go 100 miles an hour and do shit. In this match, it looked like a contest, and it looked like they were reacting to what was going on in their own match, not just trying to remember their next spot and do it as fast as possible. So in taking their foot off the gas, they seemed even smoother and faster.
Yeah.
Right? So, it's like the old saying, slow is smooth and smooth is fast. Right? Well, if you make it look like a contest, people get more invested. If you're trying to be fast just to create excitement artificially, then people kind of get burned out in their mind, and they're looking at things and their brain doesn't have time to process what they're seeing. No one's selling anything, so the audience can't register what they're seeing fast enough because they're already on to the next thing. This was the perfect speed for the audience to follow along, and the story was basically that Toxic Attraction was pretty much up the whole time and kicking the shit out of these girls, even though they showed bursts of fire here and there. And then they finally, got the win at the end. So that's how it should be. If the baby faces are going over, especially for titles, the heels should take the whole thing, basically, to create doubt, right, in the audience's mind. This whole match, the fans are subliminally thinking, these girls are getting the shit kicked out of them. Toxic Attraction has been the champions for a while. They're over. This is easy money, and they'll stay the champs. And then all of a sudden at the end, I'm surprised. I'm glad I'm surprised. I like surprises, and so on. Yeah, so that's what I got out of it.
Yeah, no doubt. Aiden, listen, there's a package, which is the arm in front of the house. Can you go down and get it real quick?
Yeah, hold on.
And don't lock the door behind you. All right? Just put your microphone down there.
All right.
All right.
Hey, Ray, you remember last week?
Hold on. Leave all the doors open when you go out and come back. If you're not back in 5 minutes, I'm going to come get you. Yeah, not this door right here. Oh, my gosh.
Fucking indoor courier service over here.
Thanks, Aiden.
Remember last week when I was saying that we were going to ban certain words in the chat?
Yeah.
All right. Well, if people want to, we forgot to go ahead and get into that, right, before the show.
Sure.
So now what we're going to do is if you use those words, you're going to get a timeout.
Yeah, goddamn right you will.
So
goddamn right. What are the words?
Well, just look at Lawrence Weaver and let him know he's on thin ice.
Just looking.
Don't think we won't.
I'm thinking. Hey, listen. Can I say something to you?
Yeah, real quick.
All right, he's not here. So here's the deal. Aiden's a typical freaking teenager.
Mm-hmm.
Tell him to watch the show, right? Which he watched, right? And I'm like, I'm like, Aiden, what did you think of the show last night? He's like, it's all right. I was like, what did you think of that opening match with the girls? He's like, huh? I don't know what to do.
There it is, Ray. Timeout. Timeout for Lawrence Weaver.
Hold on. Where is it?
Right there.
Oh. Done. How do you take him off a timeout, though?
I think once the time expires, he can just come back in.
How much time is it? Do you know?
I think you can set that.
Oh, I just clicked the timeout gimmick. I don't think this. That doesn't
He's
matter.
he's still here.
Boom.
There we go. All right. I think
He
we're playing
blocked for
around
5 minutes.
here.
Yeah,
All
don't
right.
say that word. The
So
the WR gimmick.
yeah, we don't say that. So anyway, next up is Junior come in the parking lot, and some Mark asks him, "How's the shoulder?" Was that funny?
Bro, that was so freaking like so. Aidan, do you remember the scene where you have Rick Steiner Jr., the champion, and he's in the hospital with the doctor checking his shoulder?
No, this is before that.
Oh, what happened there?
This is when he's walking in the parking lot,
I gotta mute my mic.
and some guy is like, Braun Breaker, how's your shoulder? And he's like, shoulder's fine, and then just keeps walking. Remember that?
I do.
Good.
I'm actually gonna go ahead.
Are we doing a live unboxing here?
Yeah, can we do that?
I know it's more interesting than Great American Bash.
Hold on. Do you want to do like ASMR? Hold on. Don't do that. That's like teenager stuff. We're unboxing this. See, we have the gimmick here to hold the gimmick schnavitz. And then here we have the actual control arm. Oh, Aidan, I need you to pick that up.
Stop dropping everything.
This is going to be better. This is better than mine. All right, anyway. So what do we got next, buddy?
Oh, next is we banned Jinder Mahal for saying it in Spanish. So give him a timeout.
Hold on. And he is on timeout. Jinder Mahal is on timeout. Aidan, please.
All right. So next we get the family meeting. Okay, with now you had a look on your face right there, Ray. What did you want to say?
So I got to tell you something, brother. They're really so I so when he puts up the cell phone when he shows a picture of what happened to Santos Escobar.
Yes.
Number one, those are old pictures of an actual injury that he had to, I believe, his shoulder that he put up where he was actually in the hospital. So it popped me, to be honest with you. That kind of popped me. Scott Woodford just messaged me on Facebook Messenger with that question. He said, "What word is it?" And he wrote the word. Should I ban him too for 5 minutes?
He wrote the word in a private message?
But he did it in a private message.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay, that's fine. Yes, but don't say that,
What you
Scott.
do on your own time, yeah. But if I see it, time out.
So the funny thing is that with this is supposed to be a serious situation.
Right.
I mean they basically killed somebody. Aidan, last week. This last week. All right, so you remember the Italian guy, the mobster?
Yeah.
Tony D'Angelo?
Yeah.
They had another guy. They used to call him Tony Two Holes. All right? Yeah, I know. And that guy, they filmed a scene where they took him and they threw him over, what was it, a bridge?
Yes.
And they killed him. They drowned him live on TV.
He might have been dead before. We don't know. All we heard was a splish. We didn't actually see anything fall in. It was just heavily implied that he was killed. But perhaps coincidentally,
silly. That's the thing. It annoys me how silly it is.
Well, perhaps coincidentally to that river area by that bridge, Carmen increased the business at the port by 18%.
Dude, that was so freaking funny. He's like, you two fools over there, you ain't doing much. But Carmen over here with the big jugs, she's doing a great job over there by the pier. What do you think that hot Mexican chick, Aidan, was doing to get more money by the pier?
I don't know. What was she doing?
He's a very innocent boy. I like that.
He's an innocent child.
All right. Well, what do you think about? Let me ask you this, Aidan. What do you think about the the idea of just filming organized crime in a developmental wrestling promotion, does this fit under the good stories and characters thing, or is it silly that no one's coming to arrest all these people?
It's just stupid. It doesn't make sense.
You sure about that?
He sounded pretty sure.
I think so. And that's the problem with this. You can't take this. You can't take it serious.
Right.
Like a late period.
Like a Looney Tune cartoon or something.
Oh no, Aidan. This is
It's
not
like the
as
gangsters,
good.
like that short one with the hat like pulled down over his eyes. Shut up.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shutting up.
Yeah.
That's actually fantastic. Aidan, did you grow up with Looney Tunes, or was it watered down by the time you?
It was watered down.
It was watered down. Yeah, he didn't get the good old racist stuff that we enjoyed.
Right. All right. Well, you know. So Wesley enters the arena, and then we can't just have a straight up thing. So in between that and the break, we get the Pretty Deadly vignette. So I know you got a lot to say about this, right?
So first and foremost, Pretty Deadly, like I said many a times, that they are the most over thing on NXT. The two tastiest snacks on NXT.
Yes, boy.
Yes, boy.
Aidan, do you know who Pretty Deadly is?
I think
Who are they?
the two people.
He's not wrong.
You ain't wrong. Well, they are the tastiest snacks on NXT. I thought this vignette was fantastic.
It sure was.
I thought those guys were fucking great. Just putting this up here. Please continue.
As usual, we can always count on Pretty Deadly to deliver. However, the next match is Trick Williams versus...
That's another one of my favorite guys. I'm serious. I'm dead serious.
Wes Lee. Lee. Liz says they are not tasty snacks. They're too high maintenance.
What?
Well, that's okay, Liz, because we don't have to take care of them. All we got to do is watch them. You know? So it's
Elizabeth, you don't know what you're missing. All right? I know if those two boys came up to you right now, it's like, listen, Elizabeth, we want a piece of your action. You're gonna salivate all over their freaking leather slacks. It's true.
Right. Yes, well, the fashion plates that they are. But unfortunately, they're not in this match. This match is Trick Williams and Wes Lee. Liz says nopers. So
Yuppers.
This was a relatively short contest. You will notice that Trick Williams is dressed in a manner, how do I say this? An homage, if you will, to Muhammad Ali.
Bro, I thought he looked dope.
Right.
Hold on, I'm not done yet. I thought he looked dope with that outfit he was wearing. I thought he looked great. I didn't know he was a professional boxer though. Is that a new gimmick?
I think he just likes Muhammad Ali, so he went with that.
Yo, that kid is. The more I see him, the more of a star I think he is. Am I wrong here?
No, because after we were talking about him the other day, I feel like this even more solidified our position that he's probably the best thing that happened to Carmelo Hayes in a while. And he shows that he can kind of strike out on his own, and Carmelo can almost play the second fiddle to him if need be. So, yeah, the gimmick here is that they had they even treated it like a boxing match where he would constantly retreat to the corner to get water from his corner man, Mello. And there was 2 water bottles in there, and he took the one that he wasn't drinking out of, poured the liquid all over his hand wraps, and then rubbed it in Wesley's eyes, and then hit him with his big kick finish. I don't think Muhammad Ali ever had a giant kick for a finish, but Trick Williams does, and he picks up the 1-2-3 here with the mysterious liquid. So, Aidan, do you like this simple storytelling of ow, ow, there's something in my eyes and lights out?
All right, so
I think this one was pretty good.
Do you know what the match we were talking about though?
Yeah.
Where he put, I loved the fact that he did. So something I noticed. Let me just preface. So I remember he was drinking the water, right? He kept drinking the water out of. Remember the water bottle, Aidan?
Yeah.
And then there was one time that Trick Williams was going to reach for the black water bottle, and Carmelo Hayes is like, no, not that one, the other one. And I'm like, oh, wait a second. So now I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, what's in there? Is it like I'm thinking
It's like rubbing alcohol.
right, it was rubbing alcohol, but do you remember? But I thought at first, it was like
allegedly. That's what Vic Joseph claimed. We don't know.
I thought it was like what do you call it? What was it? Remember Space Jam?
Mm-hmm.
When he drank when you know
special water. I
right,
guess.
Right, like special. I thought maybe some steroids in there or like a stimulant in the water that he didn't want him to drink yet at that point. But no, it was brilliant. It was just water, guys, right? But he sprayed it. He put it on his hands. You know what I'm saying? He put it on his wraps. Maybe that's why he had the wraps. By the way, which makes so this is like think about whoever put this match together. If those guys put this match together, I think they did a phenomenal job.
Right.
Like the psychology of this match, like what Aidan was saying, what you were saying about the storytelling.
Yeah.
Can you not agree that it was a good story, solid, easy to follow?
It was pretty good.
Yeah. So.
Right.
Yeah.
Word on the street is that Triple H is back.
Oh, word. So that makes sense.
But do you think that Triple H just straight up agented all these matches?
He might have, because it was you know,
he's been it's like a guy it's been building up inside and he just had to let it out. It's like, I gotta book all your guys' matches. I can't take this shit anymore.
So I gotta put this over real quick. That makes almost sense. Like how differently this show was booked. Aidan, so I don't know if you know this, but Triple H.
Yeah.
You know he's been in charge of NXT.
Yeah, I know.
So, you know, for obviously he got sick and everything like that, and Vince McMahon, actually before he got sick, Vince McMahon, you know, had decided to say, hey, you know, F you guys. And you know, Triple H, you take a backseat. I'm gonna run this stuff. It was him and
then he just changed the whole thing.
Yeah.
He changed the whole brand.
He changed the whole brand. And last night, during this pay-per-view, Vet, you just said something to me that makes the most sense. I'm like, God damn, this was a good show. Solid booking, title changes. Huh. And Triple H is back. Does that make sense? By the way, Aidan, how did Dad do by putting this arm together in record time? What is that? They can't see that. They can't hear that on the podcast. What are you doing? You son of a bitch. That's a really, I didn't think about that at all, Vet. Was that in your mind while you were watching this show? Like, God, this is good.
Well, kind of as a joke, because I'm like, again, like I don't literally think he came at, because the matches were different. It wasn't the presentation of the show still looked the same. Like the show still looks the same. They still have the shitty thing where they break up people's entrances with skits and stuff like that. There were some terrible skits on here. It's everything that NXT has been. The only thing I noticed any different was the actual in-ring part of the matches. So I don't really think Triple H came back and was like the producer for all these matches, but that's the only thing that's been any different. So
yeah, that's weird, man. That's not weird. It makes sense. It makes all the sense in the world now.
So we'll see how it goes from here. What's different about it? But
now you know what it has me now? It has me excited to see if it's gonna be as good as we had it this week. Because if we get this type of performance on a weekly basis, let me tell you something, brother. NXT will be enjoyable to watch again. If we're getting this type of storytelling, booking, and all this stuff,
here's a comment. Is it just me, or I don't see a difference other than it's a mini pay-per-view where more detail is paid attention to? The word redacted rate is still the same, just different outcomes with more emphasis. Well, first of all, Ray, time this guy out for 5 minutes.
Damn it.
What did he say?
He's saying the word, but he's putting like little gimmicks there. But if it was on Facebook, they'd still block him. So I got to block him again because Vet tells me to.
That being said, it's not the same. That's the entire point. Everything's different in terms of the match. But yes, he does bring up an interesting idea that, yes, this is the Great American Bash. It is basically a mini pay-per-view. Yeah. However, they've had many pay-per-views in the past that weren't this good, right? So really, what's the difference?
What? Let me think now.
Dude, actually, they had the premium live event, the In Your House or whatever. I thought it sucked shit.
Aidan, do you think In Your House sucks shit?
I don't know.
Me either. Fuck. Interesting, man. You have me thinking now. Like the wheels are turning. Like I'm starting to say who ate, because not for nothing, it's so simple. And excuse me, this match was a perfect example of how something so simple as pretending that you have rubbing alcohol in the bottle could make such a huge difference.
Or whatever.
And by the way, Wesley's gonna be released, bro.
Oh,
I think so.
Well, maybe. We'll see, though. We'll see.
I did want to ask Aidan one question. Aidan, you know the match we're talking about with Trick Williams and the alcohol and everything like that?
Yeah.
Do you think that guy, just be genuine and try to explain as much as possible? Do you think that guy has star quality?
Yeah.
And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. From what was he? Gen Z? What is this kid?
Gen Z.
I think they have to make up new letters of the alphabet. Scott Woodford, I just want to warn you that Italian is not off the table, so I'm just going to give you a warning. All right, don't be stupid. At this rate, Lawrence will get a permanent ban.
Yeah, we're timing people
out
like
keeps testing
crazy.
it. Don't test me. So Tiffany and Wendy start their match in the makeup room. And they fight through the back and through a break. And then on the way to the ring, Wendy sits in the Mei Ying throne. Did you like that little callback?
I did. I'm very interested because I'm showing Aidan a picture of Wendy Chu. Remember this wrestler, Aidan?
Yeah. Why does she fight in pajamas?
Ask the question to the microphone.
Why does she fight in pajamas? Why does she wrestle in pajamas?
Can you answer this question?
Like, yes, what's her gimmick?
Pajamas are more comfortable. Her gimmick is that she is tired all the time. And she likes orange soda. So.
Wow. Wonderful.
Right.
No, not really.
Well, it's a character. It's a character. Just like you said you liked. So this was, despite all the, the trappings of what we're seeing with our eyes, this was another good match where the ladies were snug in the match. Not snug in the onesie, but snug as in like a little bit borderline stiff, and it looked like they were having a contest. Like, it looked like they were trying to win the match.
Bro, let me tell you something. You know how it cuts over the commercial break, and I tell you I usually fast forward through the commercial break? I couldn't. I didn't. I was like,
too
what?
Good?
It was too much happening. And it was fun stuff happening with the fucking wheelchair and throwing her into the. I was like, wow, this is a fun. Because listen, I'll be on. Hey, all right. So Aidan, I don't know if you even remember this match. Were you half asleep during this match, or do you remember most of this? How it started like a hardcore match in the backstage, which he hit it with the powder in the face and stuff like that.
I remember the backstage part.
What did you like anything about this?
I mean, it was interesting.
What was interesting about it though? Like, I guess you're not a fan of Wendy Chu, huh? I'm a fan of it. Good.
I don't want to be rude, but I think it's a little boring.
A little what? Say it loud.
Boring.
Yeah, okay. That's fair. Did you hear that, Vet?
Oh, I heard it.
Because, like, character that's always tired all the time. Okay.
Well, I guess. I mean, you didn't know that, though, before I just explained it. So how did you feel last night?
I'm like, why is she wearing pajamas?
Right.
It must be comfortable, though.
Yeah, it's got to be, right?
Well, later on, me and Aidan are gonna fight. We're gonna do MMA in pajamas.
Yeah, it's like in judo where the gi is a big part of the combat system.
Right.
Yeah.
You grab the emergency hatch or stuff like that. Anyway, but yeah, I like this despite everything around it. And once again, Tiffany Stratton goes over. So seems like she's on the rise. And
here's the situation with Tiffany Stratton. She is already a star. I think she really is. She just needs to be. She just needs to be refined. That young lady has star written all over her. She's getting progressively better in the ring. Her character work has gotten so much better in the ring. Backstage, she's gotten better on the mic. Wendy Chu is a cartoon character, and this is who she's going to be.
All right.
And what are we going to get out of her?
Well, you have to understand, like, when you say she needs refinement, when you're talking about Tiffany Stratton needing refinement, this is how you get refined. Mm-hmm. You put her in there with somebody like Wendy, aka Karen Q, aka a Rip Rogers gal. Yep. So makes sense, right? She can get anything over. She got the Mae Ying gimmick over, and she's getting this gimmick over, which is two totally different gimmicks. Mm-hmm. She might be on her way to a third gimmick for all we know.
She should.
But but whatever it is, she's going to do decent. So
can I give a suggestion of what I think she should do?
Sure.
If you go to her social media, okay, she wears a lot of, she dresses really nice. She's a good-looking girl. I'm talking about Wendy Chu. A little heavy, a little heavier.
Well, that's the real reason for the pajamas.
Right, because she's kind of chubby. So they're trying to kind of hide her body. How do you feel about that?
Body shaming.
There you go. That's what kids think.
Well, it's not me, them. They think
them.
That.
Yeah, we're not body shaming. But anyway, this is what I think. That do you think this would get over? So Winnie Chu, this whole gimmick with the whole sleeping thing is not really working out, right? She's in a program with Tiffany Stratton. Tiffany Stratton is a little rich girl. Is that correct? Yeah. Right. What about if Winnie Chu she continues to lose and lose and lose and lose and lose and lose and lose, and then she ends up, I don't know, out of a job, right? She needs a new job. I would make her Tiffany Stratton's personal assistant.
I think that's a job for Kiana James, don't you?
Who?
Kiana James, the person that has the gimmick of being
she's an accountant.
Well, whatever. That's a good personal assistant trait.
Wendy Chu could be a personal assistant dressing in business casual. Okay. She could still be a comedy, like a little bit of a comedy relief person, but be taken a little more serious as she transitions into a more serious wrestler. That can be a transitional character. So that we can slowly forget that she was the sleeping girl walking around with a pillow. And part of the gimmick, could even be that she doesn't get certain things done as an assistant because she's always sleeping.
Sure. Look, whatever gimmick she does.
Vev's like, just shut up, Ray.
The key is you have to stick with the gimmick and not just bury it. You know what I mean? Like, eventually they give up on it. They were real high on the Wendy Chu gimmick at first, and then they started taking away things little by little, just like they always do. Anything that gets you over, take it away. So it's almost like they gave her the gimmick thinking she wouldn't get it over, and they were mad that she did. So it's like little by little we take stuff away.
Gotcha.
Anyway. Next, we have an interview, Mackenzie, with the new women's tag team champions. Mm-hmm. Some stuff happened. They did a promo. I thought the cash in was for the tag team belts, but apparently Roxy says she's cashing in on Mandy next week. So, hello? Little continuity error here?
Well, no, not really, because... Oh, wait a second. You're right. Because she cashed in for the tag team titles.
She said she did. I didn't, unless they said something, and maybe somebody in the chat can correct me if I'm wrong, but I don't remember the announcers explaining it some other different way. It seemed like she was cashing in for the tag belts.
And big shout out to the Big Boys Club who just jumped in the chat. Trust me, I was baked on the way home.
Or were
Okay.
you clubbed on the way home? Because that's the real concern.
I was not. It was such a nice ride on the way home, to be honest with you, Vet. 4th of July weekend is the best. No, how empty was New York City, Aiden? Yeah, he doesn't give a shit. Aiden, do you want to just go and leave now?
My ears hurt.
Your ears hurt? Why?
Did you give him an uncomfortable set of headphones, Ray?
Those headphones are way
do
more
that?
comfortable than mine. How's
Like
that?
maybe to you.
Does that help? I care about my son. I don't want him in pain. You want to switch headphones?
No,
You sure?
I'm sure.
Okay. What do we got next, Vet? Let's run through this.
All right, well, just real quick, Labrat said they won a tournament for the tag team title match and didn't have to use it. I don't know about all that, but I'll take his word for it.
Okay. Well, then there's no continuity. I mean, the
Yeah,
continuity
nope.
is
Yeah, it's bad.
standing firm.
We know she said it though. Like we
Right.
we saw the footage of her saying, "I'm going to use this to cash it." Whatever, who cares? Move on. Junior's doing Stevie Richards Fitness, and Cameron Grimes walks in and says some shit to him. I didn't really hear it. This would be a good time to remember to check out the SRF Fitness Show on YouTube at 12 p.m. Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. As soon as we're done here, go check out Stevie Richards Fitness on YouTube.
Hey, should I try to call Stevie again?
I don't think that's a good idea. Apollo walks before the break, and then he enters after the break. He says his last gimmick made his kids quit watching him on TV. So that's... did you see the last gimmick, Aiden?
Apollo Crews when he was the African guy with the spear.
Oh, I didn't really like that one.
Why what didn't you like about that?
I mean, generic.
Generic.
I don't know.
Generic? Is that an appropriate term to describe that gimmick, Vet? Generic?
I don't know. I can't remember seeing a lot of people with a Q-tip, a silver Q-tip spear, and you know what? Let's just
Doesn't
never
everybody
talk.
have one?
I don't know. You tell me. Did they have that in 2K22 as an available accessory for your entrances?
Mm.
Aiden.
I'll take that as a no. So
Then you shouldn't have said it.
so Giovanni Vinci interrupts
Who?
Apollo Crews. Fabian Eichner interrupts.
Oh.
Yeah, and he says some stuff. It was kind of there was a couple barbs here, like a little work shoot shots he took at Apollo Crews here. But yeah. So what do you think of Giovanni Vinci?
Aiden, do you remember who Giovanni Vinci is? The guy that interrupted Apollo Crews?
Nope.
Yeah, nobody does. So I don't know, bro. It's weird because he's coming down again. I think he needs to thicken up the Italian accent a little bit. I said this last week. He was like, "Hey, I'm Giovanni Vinci." It's just like, yeah, I'm an Italian guy. Like he needs to, I don't know. He's, and not like gangster Italian, So you have Tony D'Angelo, right? Hey, how you doing over here, Tony D'Angelo? Hey, Boombasso, forget about it. This is the way Tony D'Angelo talks. This is what he does over here. He talks like this. Hey, how you doing? You remember like our Uncle
I'm
Sal?
feeling uncomfortable.
Don't worry about it. It's fine. It's fine. You'll be fine. You'll be sleeping with the fishes anytime soon. You can do that. You don't need to do that. You need to talk like an Italian, like this. Okay. He needs to be a softer spoken. He needs to, como dice, do stuff like that. Am I wrong?
Well,
would you sell it a little better for him?
You're talking about an Italian from Italy versus a Italian by blood, if that.
But that's what he needs to. He needs to work on it, dude. Like, sell it. You're supposed to be an Italian guy who drives Ferraris and wears a cool watch and nice suits and stuff, and you play it up.
Well, you kind of sounded like that. He just, but he's out there doing pro wrestling promo projection, so
Right.
maybe he doesn't sound as like laid back. Maybe if he was doing like a filmed vignette or a mini movie like Apollo Crews likes to do, maybe if Apollo Crews invited him to be in the Equalizer 3, he would read his lines like what you're saying.
Are you cold, Aiden?
So Mackenzie's with Ivy Nile now, and they get distracted by the K sounds yelling at Paxum Tately.
Yes, sir.
And then Ivy goes over to Paxum and orders her to be in the dojo at 8 a.m. sharp. So as we're recording this, they've already been in the dojo. So who knows what happened? I guess we'll find out next week. What would you like to see happen in that dojo, Ray?
Ian, earmuffs.
Anyway, so
you know what I would like to see in that dojo.
Yeah, we all know what you'd like to see. We get some quick Waller and Carmelo promos.
Excuse me, that's Grayson Waller.
That's right,
Waller. Aidan, can you do an Australian accent?
No.
Come on, Troy.
No.
Troy.
No.
Troy, you Willoughby. No. Yeah. Fuck.
That no kind of sounded Australian, Aiden. I'll give it to you.
Yeah. Now.
So when you see Aiden, when you see Grayson Waller and you see Carmelo Hayes, what goes through your head? Do you actually think of like, are you choosing which guy you're kind of rooting for just based on these like little talking segments, or do you wait till you see like the whole entrance and the presentation first?
I'll wait for the whole thing and then I decide.
I have a better question. Do you know who Grayson Waller and Carmelo Hayes is?
No idea.
Okay, so let me just show you real quick. This is Grayson Waller, right? This is the guy you saw on NXT. Remember this guy? Remember this guy now?
No.
You don't remember? He wrestled last night.
I don't remember him.
Jesus fuck. All right, how about this guy? Carmelo Hayes, WWE. What about this guy? The A champion. All right, I need you to be honest with me. Hold on, vet. Be honest with me. Don't lie to me. Did you watch the freaking show?
I did watch the show.
How do you not know who these people are? It was literally like 12 hours ago, vet?
They had a nice little match.
I don't even know.
You know what else we got? We got a nice little JD McDonough vignette where he's doing some like naked yoga and some other shit.
I had a note on this, a mental note on this, and I'm glad you mentioned his name. I'm sitting down on the train watching this, right?
Okay.
And I said, "Oh my God, this is who this guy is supposed to be." Who do you think he's supposed to be?
Who do I think?
Yeah,
this guy's supposed to be.
Who do you think this character is based on? And it totally hit me when I saw him doing the yoga, when I saw him driving the car, when I saw him talking, when I saw him cutting, walking. Who do you think he is based on?
I have no idea where you're going with this, and I can't wait to find out.
Wow. Hold on. What's this guy's name? God damn it.
Frank's Pickle Barrel says Sparky the Clown. Elizabeth says Daniel Bryan.
No, keep going. Keep guessing, guy. I want the chat to guess.
Labrat says DDP.
Nope.
Lawrence Weaver says Joy Taylor.
This is supposed to be NXT's Conor McGregor. That's exactly who he is. He is Conor freaking McGregor. He walks down with the Irish brogue, whatever the fuck. He's talking like this. What the fuck? He's doing all that shit. He's walking. He's doing that power walk shit. He's doing everything Conor McGregor has done. If you follow him on social media, this is him. He's freaking Conor McGregor. Aidan, do you know who Conor McGregor is?
Maybe.
All right. Nobody does.
No, everybody knows.
Everybody does. Do you not see it? Does anybody not see it?
Well, I didn't. I mean, I see what you're saying.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I didn't really get it from the talking, because that's the most identifiable Conor McGregor thing. And if that's what he's going for, then he did not get that part down.
It's gonna happen. He's gonna get more and more Irish. How big is this kid?
He's
supposed to be.
Well, let's talk about that at the end. All right.
All right. Go ahead.
Let's go to the match with Carmelo Hayes versus
Grayson Waller.
There you go. Again, no champ intros here. They're just goes right into it.
They don't need intros.
Well, wait a minute. I'll tell you now. You know me, Ray. You can probably imagine that as I see these two guys step between the ropes, I'm about ready to mentally check out. Right? You can imagine that would be my position on this.
Right.
However, they made this interesting, and how did they do it? By being heels.
They were both
a shocking concept. They didn't just start doing moves to each other for no reason. They were trying to be heels.
Bet. I'm sorry. You said there was no intro?
You know how they do the they get in the ring and then the announcer stands in the middle and does the championship introductions. Like,
yeah, I never liked that.
Well, I'm just saying they usually do it.
Well, why do you like that?
Makes you feel special.
You think it makes it feel special?
Yes.
No, what made it feel special for me was that cool ass Carmelo Anthony NBA Chicago Bulls imitation music. You know,
with Trick up in the crow's nest.
That was awesome, dude. That was freaking fantastic. That made it feel like a big fight. Aidan, do you remember that?
Yeah.
No, you don't. But I'm telling you, brother, I'm hungry. What do you want to eat for lunch? Anyway, we'll talk about that later.
All right.
I thought it was amazing. I really did. And you're right, Vet. They were both fighting dirty.
Mm-hmm.
And I love the fact that what's his name, Skinny Guy McGee, the guy that does a play-by-play, was saying this is the first time. Oh no, I'm sorry, Wade Barrett, I think said, this is the first time that Carmelo Hayes has ever been in the ring with somebody who plays as dirty as he does.
Mm-hmm.
It was great. This was one of my favorite matches, probably my favorite match of the night.
This may have been the first time I ever cared about a match that either of these guys was in.
Right?
And all it took was them acting like the characters they're supposed to be. It's just an unbelievable concept, I know. But yeah.
I'm just like, I'm watching this in shock, to be honest with you, Vet. I actually have I have audio of me actually watching this on the train.
Oh my God, what the fuck just happened?
What do you mean what happened? What are you, blind? Jesus!
I was that excited.
Who was that? Was that one of the hobos saying, "What do you mean? What happened?" Is that...
Yeah, I was.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny. I was sitting in the train, totally empty, and the one homeless guy that gets on the train literally sits across from me. Maybe he felt safer with me.
Probably.
I felt unsafe.
Yeah.
He wasn't wearing a mask, Aidan.
Yeah. So Wes, he ends up attacking Trick. He's sore loser, I guess, but at least this makes sense, right? Because again, Trick put the stuff on the gloves and blinded him, so now he's mad. He has a reason to be like, "Hey, I know I'm a good guy, but fuck you. I'm going to tackle you in the middle of this match, bro."
Yeah. Fuck you.
Yeah, and that's what happened. But that was enough of a distraction. And Waller gets hit by nothing but net, and Carmelo Hayes is still your North American champion. So, good finish, good match. I liked it. And now, Lawrence Weaver has a question.
Oh,
did he miss the QR code discussion? No, you did not. But he also has the same question I have. Did anyone scan the QR code?
What QR code?
Yes. Perhaps you are familiar with QR codes, Ray, but in case you're not, Aidan, would you like to explain to Ray what a QR code is and what you do with it?
What is a QR code, Aidan?
You scan it, and it brings you to a website most of the time.
Well, that's bullshit.
No, it's true. That's what happens. So they had a QR code on the screen that was scannable. And I don't know what happens.
Well, I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it from my illegal website on the train.
Right. And now here, it's people are saying it's 8, 10, 11.
What does that mean?
I don't know. It's either depending on the order of the date. It's either August 10th, 2011, or October 8th, 2011. Of which significance, or was it 8? Is it 8 hours, 10 minutes, 11 seconds?
I don't know. So that's what it said, 8, 10, 11?
Yeah, so what's the significance of that?
So these people actually scanned the QR code. You know what? Hold on. We should be able to find this here, right?
Well, look, we don't need to scan the QR code. They're telling us what you get. So what does that mean? I don't know. Does that mean that next week at 8 o'clock, at 10 minutes into the show, we're going to find out what this is? Or
I don't know, dude. That's weird.
Or is it 8 days, 10 hours, 11 minutes, says Lab Rat?
Or is it 9 days from tonight?
Almost 9 days.
8 days from tonight.
We don't know, but it's just very exciting.
My ears hurt.
So exciting.
Again. Now it's because of you.
Are these uncomfortable headphones
Aidan,
that you got, Aidan? Is that the deal?
Give me the goddamn headphones. Hold on. Take these.
Do you have a pair of earbuds you could give?
Take these. Jesus Christ.
The second time was a joke, just so you know.
Is that better?
Right, isn't. You have to understand one
ears
thing
are
about your
broken.
dad, Aidan. He doesn't get jokes a lot of the times. He needs lots of stuff explained to him. He needs his hand held. And he needs certain things powdered. Anyway, Mackenzie is with... you want to say this name too in the Australian accent? It's the other guy that's not Grayson Waller.
Zion Queen.
Yeah, he's the future of this place.
Absolutely.
Do
He'll be
you
fired
think
in a day.
Yeah, he's on thin ice too. Yeah, I don't know. Okay, we get a diamond mine huddle. I'm gonna hold up for a second and vamp while we switch earphones. The diamond mine huddle. No fist bump from Roddy.
No.
He says, "Screw this! I'm going out there."
Fist bump me, bitch. There you go.
And then he and Damon Stevenson enter. We go to break. We come back. Mandy Rose does an interview. She says something about a failure club. I think she's referring to, the best friends.
Why not?
And then we get, all right. There's a reason I'm not wearing my Chase U sweatshirt today.
Why?
I don't even have it within arm's reach. So, even when we get something fun that we like, somehow the people at NXT see fit to ruin even the little glimmers of entertainment that we get. They stomp them out with a big, combat boot. This was another skit inside of Chase University. I see they've gone with the Impact Wrestling lighting treatment, where they just put a couple of orange lights on the floor and shine it up on the wall.
I have a question.
Oh, please go ahead.
Do we?
Will you stop?
I'm sorry.
What we have right now is a teachable moment.
Is this going to be a teachable moment?
I don't know what I can teach these people at this point. They've heard what we've praised. They've heard what we've buried. I mean, it's on them at this point. And, I guess we're going to take a field trip to England to see what the Hale described as a ton of history.
Aidan, do you know who Andre Chase is?
No.
Did somebody say Andre Chase? No. No one said that.
No. Why are they going to England? I don't get it.
I guess they were learning about that in class that day.
Damn it. Why they ruin everything, dude. Everything.
And you couldn't tie this into Pretty Deadly, who they've already had run-ins with Chase University. So they're going to ignore those guys and then probably go to NXT UK and have some matches over there or something.
Who the hell knows anymore?
And we're not going to see that. Yep. Oh, yeah. This is very unfortunate, Ray.
What, Axiom?
Well, first of all, I warned Scott Woodford and he keeps being cute. So we're going to need to take a timeout. Okay? Timeout for Scott Woodford.
Got it.
And then here we got Aaron Ben Shlomo. Man. he's so innocent and nice. He doesn't even know what's going on. Can I really? Can I really?
I mean, you could.
Should I give him a warning? Should we get a warning?
Look at Colin. Huh, I'll put that son of a bitch on timeout quick.
Oh yeah.
Boom.
We
Colin,
don't even need a reason for Colin. Just time his ass out.
Who else? Who you said?
Well, we're debating on Aaron Ben Shlomo here because I
Aidan.
don't think he knew.
Aidan. Lawrence Weaver wants to know if you applied to Chase University.
No.
Okay. Who else am I blocking here?
I think it's going to have to be Aaron Ben Shlomo, even though he didn't know. Should we tell him why?
Listen, Aaron Ben Shlomo, you can't use the phrase that starts with a W and the other, WR.
They hate you. That's why.
Yeah, that too. Oh, we love Aaron Ben Shlomo. He's a nice guy.
No, Lawrence, it's not the white man does not. He got a warning. You got a warning too last week. You played with fire. You learned. Aaron Ben Shlomo's got to learn.
Yeah, I can't ever block Scott Woodford. Put me over in a different language.
What?
Don't worry about it. All right, so what do we got next? So we have Ajax. What's the guy's name? Making his debut next week.
That's later.
Oh, okay.
So first of all, I'm still gonna need that timeout for Scott Woodford, bro.
I'm not gonna there.
I'm not gonna move on with the show until.
All right, it's done. Okay. Scott Woodford's on timeout.
All right. Okay. No. Next we get the Diamond Mine versus Diamond Mine.
Oh yes, I forgot about that match.
So, what would you like to say about the match, Ray?
The right guys won. Aidan, what did you think of this tag team match for the NXT Tag Team Championship of the World? Did you like the wrestler guys?
I didn't honestly care about the match.
Nobody cares. Nobody did. So here's the deal. Aidan, I mean, you could really just go to the living room and just, do stuff like play Tetris on your phone and stuff. If you want.
I'll have Tetris.
Okay. Dude, a little stiffsky at times, as usual, when it comes to the Creed brothers. I like the psychology of the match, especially towards the end, where Roderick Strong realized that he, when keeping it real goes wrong. You know what I'm saying?
Fuck that. I don't like people playing around on my phone.
Bro, that dude got the fuck out of there so quick, and he just threw Damon Kemp under the bus. Sean Kemp? Damon Kemp. He threw that poor kid under the bus. Takes the stiff drop ski, gets the stiff ski clothesline, and gets pinned for the 1, 2, 3. Do you think that they're gonna outvote Roderick Strong from the Diamond Mine? Is that where this is going?
I mean, it could be.
I think that's where they're going with this, bro.
Could be. Yeah. So, a couple things on this. Number one, the Brutus Cannonball thing.
That's
okay?
so.
He keeps doing it.
That's so stupid and unsafe in every way.
Yes.
Even Wade Barrett, I'm sorry, even Wade Barrett buried it live on air. And I think that was his way of saying, stop doing that. He's like, you won't break his ankles. He could break his ankles. He could break his fucking pelvic bone. He could break his back. All right, is that a move that's safer to do in ring?
It's definitely safer.
Than do it in the ring.
Or just don't. Like, first of all, it should never be done ever.
It
should never ever be done. This is not a real bump. This is a guy literally doing a cannonball like you do in a pool, except instead of landing in a pool, you're either landing on thinly padded wood or thinly padded concrete.
It's insane.
So it should never be done, period, but certainly not just to one guy. Like usually in the past, he's jumped on like a group of guys.
Right.
And then you're going to expect this guy, this Damon Kemp, who's been wrestling for 10 minutes in his life, to catch you when you outweigh him by probably like 30, 40 pounds. Yeah. It's got to stop.
Yeah, it's got to be done. And I re-emphasize on the fact that Wade Barrett buried that move live on TV. And if they don't get it, you think somebody grabbed the kid and pulled him aside? You think Wade Barrett maybe pulled him aside? Hey, kid, don't do that shit. You're going to get hurt.
I hope they do. Why is Aaron back on? That wasn't even 5 minutes. What the hell? Sorry, Aaron, but I'm about fairness. I don't think we ever timed Aaron out.
Oh, shit. Hold on.
Were we supposed to? We got to tell him. If we do it, though, we got to tell him why. You told him why, right?
Yeah.
Ray?
Can I say the words?
Yeah, you can say it for the purposes of explaining the rules to everyone.
2 words that are banned. Not separate. But if you use work rate together, there's a 5-minute timeout.
Right. And Frank, I see what you're doing there with the unemployment rate. Test it one more time.
Yeah, don't test it.
It's not the words, guys. It's the intent.
Yeah.
You understand? But
yeah,
Lawrence is right. It's about fairness. We have to treat everyone equally here. Anyway, the other thing I want to say about this match real quick, the scientific portion. There was the spot where there was like this convoluted cutoff spot where Roderick Strong tagged himself in, and then Brutus went to grab Damon Kemp on the apron, and then Roderick Strong come up behind him and like grabbed him on the shoulder and gets brushed off. And then Roderick goes over and slaps Julius, and then Julius comes in, and then Brutus goes over to him, and then the ref gets in between them, and then Roderick hits his high knee on Brutus to cut him off, and then hits him with another high knee, right?
Yeah.
So what should have happened, instead of all that bullshit that they did that made no sense,
bullshit, son,
was he should have, as soon as he tagged in, Roderick Strong should have went behind Brutus and just hit the high knee from behind. I was thinking as he was tagging in and just grabbing him on the shoulder, I'm like, hey, doesn't he do a high knee? That would be a good spot for a high knee. And then, yeah, simple shit.
Simple shit.
Yeah, don't do a bunch of stupid shit. Now we get the Axiom vignette.
You know
some
that
guy
is,
named
right?
Axiom.
You know who it is?
It's got to be A-Kid, doesn't it?
It is A-Kid.
Yeah, it's got to be.
Because
A-Kid was never, let's face it, that was a stupid name anyway. That's one name I approve of changing for.
They're already
sure.
repackaging him. You all right, Aidan?
I'm good.
They're already repackaging the guy. He's tiny. He does flippy things. We have like 4 guys or 5 guys on the roster already to do that. Not 6 guys. Another guy coming in that's going to do that next week. What is he supposed to be? What is he, like a tech guru or something?
He's like the character that Russell Crowe played in A Beautiful Mind or something.
He graduated from Aiden's high school. Was that the Fashion Institute, Aidan?
Fashion Industries.
Yeah, that's that shit. Yeah.
Wow, it was fashion. Wait, what is it called, Aidan?
Fashion Industries.
That's the whole name?
The High School of Fashion Industries.
Oh.
That's.
It's just, I'm only asking because Ray was just saying a completely different thing, so I was confused.
Yeah.
Anyway. All right, so we get a Grimes and Junior package, a package for for all of them and everything they've done. Then we get a Robert Stone brand interview, which is interrupted by Solo. And this before this can escalate into violence, this is broken up before it even starts by referees, Norman Smiley, Steve Corino. So normally where we see just a vicious beatdown and nothing happens, now we get referees coming in before they can even say mean things to each other. So
it should be.
Right. That's how it should always be. All right, now we got the main event.
Oh, thank
The main event is Cameron Grimes versus Braun Jr.
Cameron Grimes.
And for whatever reason, Ray, they had the championship intros on this.
They did.
Didn't have it in the other 2. Had it on this one.
So does that make that title, which should be the most important title on the brand?
Apparently so.
That's what I guess that's what I kind of get from that.
Yep. They're saying these other matches don't matter, but this one does. Yeah. So, well, what'd you think? Well, I mean, Aidan, did you remember watching this match?
No.
The main event. You didn't remember watching the main event of the evening for the title.
I don't remember the main event.
Aidan, just go take a shit or something.
All right. So Ray, what did you think? Now, obviously, it wasn't your worst match of the night. We've already said what that is, but what did you think of this?
Aidan, get your shit together. Get all your stuff. Get it all together. Get your shit together. I don't know how the gimmick goes. This was a goddamn good match, bro. Too. There was no point in the match though that I believe that Cameron Grimes would win.
Right.
Is that safe to say?
Even the cave in?
Even when he hit the cave in, because it's freaking Braun Breaker.
Yeah, he kicks out of stuff, right? Isn't that his thing?
He kicks out of a lot of stuff. This was a very I love the pace of this match. Did you?
It was nice. It was nice.
They did a damn good job, bro. I like the fact that they were selling the shoulder. Braun Breaker sold the shoulder most of the match. Cameron Grimes worked the shoulder most of the match. It was really freaking good. And Braun Breaker didn't go over with his finisher. He had to just hit him with a spear, with a good shoulder.
Mm-hmm.
That made all the sense in the world. These little freaking things. Because if Braun Breaker would have hulked up and then picked the dude up over his head when he's been literally all right, come on, enough with the microphone. What are you doing here?
I don't know.
All right,
stay focused, right?
I'm trying. This kid's eating the microphone. He's hungry or something. I don't know what's going on. Don't do that. Don't do that, bro. Anyway, if you would have picked the guy up over his head, fucking did the fucking gimmick where he slammed no. But no. He had to hit a spear out of nowhere for the pin. Beautiful. Beautiful. I thought it was very well done. Out of nowhere.
You know what else is beautiful, Ray?
What?
Me? A timeout for Colin.
Oh shit. Hold on. I'll just fucking ban him.
Ooh. That's your call.
He said it.
Why is it not letting me put him on timeout? I can't put him on timeout. Why is that, Vet?
Uh-oh.
Can't put who on what?
I can't put fucking Colin on timeout.
Well, his message is gone, so you did something.
Okay, so then maybe I did it.
Yeah, you did it. So.
Colin.
Will you stop?
Right.
Imagine he puts in the comments no.
Yeah, that would be. Go ahead, Colin. Comment on something.
He can.
He can't.
He can't.
Colin is not the man. He is a man. Barely.
Is he though?
No.
All right.
Yo.
So after this, Junior gets the win, as I guess we all suspected.
Mm-hmm.
And then as Braun is going up the aisle, then he gets jumped by Peter Dinklage and gets put through a picnic table. So if that doesn't answer your question about size, I don't know what will.
It was Conor McGregor. It makes sense. He's a smaller guy, does all the submissions, the MMA shit. He walks around all tough and shit. He does the yoga like Conor McGregor does, all that shit with the fucking the cooling mask. Go to Conor McGregor's Instagram and you'll see what this dude is doing. It's the same shit. It's fantastic.
All right, Killer Commander gets a timeout. And Aaron, yes, we know. We only put you in timeout because we had to be fair. We know you didn't mean it.
Who?
I was talking to Aaron Ben Shlomo.
Oh, yeah.
Scott knew what he did. You can't get away with it by saying it in other languages. Yeah. But so that was the Great American Bash. I mean, not bad.
I thought it was really good. Aidan, listen. I gotta be honest with you, buddy. Were you just not entertained, not focused in on this because it was just not a good show for you? Like, see, this is the thing. This is the reason I'm asking this. Because NXT 2.0 supposed to, I guess, pull in the younger fans. Well, you got a 14-year-old, well, you're going to be 14. 14-year-old kid right here, a young man, Aidan, why didn't this is, and don't give me a one-word answer, just like be honest and be real, and you're not offending anybody. Why did this not garner your full attention? And I've seen you watch AEW shows where you know what the hell happened. So why did this not work for you?
It just, I can't really explain it other than it just didn't make me feel anything, honestly. Because it's I don't even know. I just don't like it.
You didn't like it?
I felt nothing.
You felt nothing?
Oh, great. Now we have to time out the A show. Can you believe this?
It's already done.
These people are just trying to get themselves over, you know?
It's timed out 5 minutes.
Just block them.
If you want to get yourselves over on the show, guys, ask meaningful questions and bring up interesting points and things. You know, because the rest of this will just be silent.
Yeah.
I'll just privately message Ray to time out all of you, and you won't even get to hear the entertainment aspect.
You're all on timeout, goddammit.
Yeah.
Shut up, Aidan.
So anyway, he said Lawrence Weaver said he thought that was April. That's so funny.
That is not April Hunter, and she does have big gazongas. She knows.
What?
She has big gazongas, Aidan. Breasticles. Come on. You're going to see a whole bunch of those in high school. High five. Well, this was a fail. And it's not Aidan's fault.
It is entirely my fault.
It's not your fault.
It is entirely my fault.
Why is it your fault?
Because I'm bad.
You're not bad. Like tonight, I know you're going to talk a lot more because it's something that you give a shit about.
Oh, boy.
It's about, what are we talking about tonight, Aidan?
Random stuff.
Oh, my God.
And also what? Top 5?
Things.
Top 5 video game characters. Come on, dude.
That is the level of engagement that he has with the Ridiculously Random podcast, and that's why he will always be over with me.
You know what's the problem? He wants to finish this show so he can jump on the Xbox and play WWE. Am I right?
No.
What you mean the brand new PS5, I think is what you meant to say.
It's coming, bro. How many more days? 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. 5 more days. And you will have a brand new PlayStation 5. By the way, you got to tell your grandmother to order that goddamn game for you. ASAP.
Yeah.
What else do you want for? What else do you want?
He's gonna get if he's getting it from a grandma, it's gonna be like a Wii U game or something.
No. Grandma she's pretty good, right? When it comes to gift giving.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you something. When she gives clothes, and she's how old is grandma now? 76?
Maybe.
Jesus, he doesn't even know his grandmother's age. You are terrible.
I know.
You're terrible inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, Aidan, where can they follow you on social media? Which social media would you like to put over?
A social media.
Just one social media. Okay, so which one is that?
It is the social media.
Uh-huh. Come on, Aidan. Seriously. What do you want them to follow you at?
Instagram.
Yeah, and what the hell is your Instagram handle? God damn it. What's your Instagram handle? Do you know your Instagram handle?
I don't know.
Vet, where can they find you?
Oh, well, for me, you can put in @OpinionHaver on any of your favorite social media platforms, and I will pop up. Most notably, at twitch.tv/OpinionHaver, where you can see me play games. Ray, do you know I just played through the entire what's available of story mode on Retromania Wrestling, and I acted out all the voices of all the wrestling characters.
No, you didn't. Where is that
Yes,
at?
I did.
Where can we find that?
Oh, I think you know where we can find it, which is at twitch.tv/OpinionHaver.
Oh, shit. I got to check that out.
Yes.
Did you
Super
do
good. And, yes, I did Stevie Riches, which is a good reminder and a good segue into, remember, in just under 2 hours from now, you can see Stevie Richards on the SRF Fitness Show on YouTube. So everybody go watch that. It's a great, easy little watch. You can interact with Stevie in the chat and everything. He doesn't ban people for things there, at least not for the same things that we do. And so yeah, SRF Fitness Show. And then of course you can catch me on the Impact Attack every late Monday night, early Tuesday morning with Colin Wysong, who has been twice timed out on this very episode. Maybe 3 times actually.
Who cares?
Yeah, who cares?
Who cares about Colin? Nobody cares about Colin.
But there's Brandon too, so you can get your Brandon fix on the
Brandon.
Impact Attack. Yep. And yeah, so I think that's it for me. What about you, Ray?
Well, you can follow my son. Jesus Christ, he couldn't have picked a more difficult Instagram freaking gimmick. At Aidan AIDANH._Insta. Aidan H._Insta. What about your stupid TikTok?
No.
Why not?
No, I didn't. I said I didn't want to.
I'm putting that over. No? How about your YouTube channel? Turn off my button. What about your YouTube channel?
No.
No? Why not?
Oh, we need a timeout for Canada Spaceman real quick while you're.
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna time Canada Spaceman out.
I don't think we have 5 minutes left, but
no, we're gone. Anyway, guys, you can follow me on social media at Big Ray Hernandez on Instagram, on TikTok, and also on Twitter. Find me on Facebook at Raymond Big Ray Hernandez, and don't forget to tune in tonight, 10:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. We will see if Aidan will be alive by that time, or awake, or interested. I think he'll be interested and have fun. Vet, thank you for being so patient with my son, who didn't give 2 shits about this show.
That makes him a hero in my book.
Ladies and gentlemen, this has been your Next Level Wrestling Review. See you next week, maybe. And I'll be away August 10th. I'm not doing the show with you, Vet.
Well, that's sad.
I have a doctor's appointment.
You scheduled a doctor's appointment on your weekly podcast day?
That's all they had available.